Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you how I make my homemade pasta sauce for my baby. And this is all you're going to need to make this super simple and flavorful sauce. Just some onion, garlic, tomato, and a dash of oregano for some flavor. Now all I do is just take all these ingredients and I roughly chop them up, and it really doesn't matter how you chop up these ingredients because ultimately you are going to just be cooking it until it's super soft and tender in a pot, and then you're just going to blend everything together. So you don't need to stress about how big or how small these veggies need to be chopped. I do have to say though, if you are concerned about the tomato peel, you can take the peel off and then go ahead and proceed cooking the tomatoes with the rest of the ingredients. But for my baby personally, the peel is not really an issue, so I just left it on. And while I'm chopping the veggies, I don't mind telling you guys the exact amount of ingredients you're going to need. So for this recipe, I have 2 medium tomatoes, 1/4 of an onion, 1 garlic clove, and just a dash of oregano. And I found that this is a wonderful sauce to put onto pasta, and it's a great way to introduce other veggies. You can hide other veggies, especially if your baby or your toddler even is a picky eater. And this is also a great way to introduce different herbs and spices and all of those things into your baby's dish. But if you're going to use herbs, I would suggest doing it one at a time, just in case if your baby has a reaction, then you will know which herb to stay away from. All right, guys, now let's get on to cooking the sauce. So in a pot, I'm going to take some oil and I'm going to put it under medium flame. And once it gets a little hot, I'm gonna add my onions. And what I like to do personally is I like to just let my onions cook by themselves without anything else for about 30 seconds to a minute. And I find that this really just infuses the oil and it really cuts that sharp onion flavor. So that's what I'm kind of going for here. Once it's been about 30 seconds to a minute, I will add the garlic and allow another 30 seconds before I add my tomatoes. Now I'm just going to add my tomatoes, and honestly, this is the bulk of the entire sauce. This is what you're going to let cook for 5 to 8 to 10 minutes, or however long it takes for your veggies to really get soft and mushy. I allow my sauce to probably get on the stove for about 8 minutes because I think that that's the perfect amount of time, at least that I found, for my veggies to get nice and soft the way I want them. So I don't rush this sauce at all. The most important thing is that it gets nice and soft so it's blendable. Okay, so let's talk pasta. My baby likes elbow macaroni. He likes any kind of smaller pastas. So you can use whatever pasta you like, whatever you're comfortable with or your baby's comfortable with. But I am just going to be using 1/4 cup of pasta. I have brought some water to a boil and I'm just going to add my pasta in there. Now, I don't add any salt. I have no salt in any part of this dish, so it's up to you guys if you want to add salt, but personally, I don't think it's a good idea to add extra salt for your baby, so try to stay away from the salt. Okay, so back to the sauce. As you guys can see, it's getting mushy. It's getting to the consistency that I like. I'm easily able to take my spoon and just smush the tomatoes. Okay, so I have transferred my tomato and onion and garlic mixture into a blender, and I am just going to blend this sauce until it's the consistency I like. And I found that it was a little too thick for my baby's liking, so I added a little bit extra liquid. I just added some water. You can add any other form of liquid that you would like, but I find water works the best. All right, so I am going to actually take this sauce that we just blended and I want to add flavor. So just like I would if I was making a sauce at home, I am going to take this beautifully blended veggie medley and I'm going to put it back into the pot that I cooked it in. And I'm gonna go ahead and let it simmer and add some oregano to it. And I'm gonna allow the sauce to simmer for an additional 2 to 3 minutes until the oregano actually infuses into the sauce. The reason I didn't blend the sauce, the ingredients first before cooking it, is because I find that the onion has a really strong flavor and I feel like it will just overpower the entire dish. But by cooking all of the veggies first, you're kind of toning down all of that strong flavor and it'll be easier for your baby to eat. All right, guys, so all we have left to do is put everything together, and this is what it looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on my next one.